So it's October, and that means this month we have Halloween coming up at the end of the month. And usually during this month, you're going to start to see a bunch of decorations around people's houses and businesses and so on. And a lot of these are creepy, scary things like ghosts. And the question for us today is, should we believe in ghosts, and are they even real? You know, an interesting thing about this conversation is that the majority of Americans don't even believe in ghosts. It's somewhere around 36% of people who do believe. And I don't know if that number is shockingly high for you or shockingly low, but the majority don't believe. And so I bring that up just to say it should already probably be something that you're hesitant in terms of whether or not you're going to believe it. This goes for a lot of different topics, and I'm not saying just like whatever the majority believes, let's go along with that, because obviously America is no longer a majority Christian nation. So I think the majority of Americans are wrong on this issue, but it should at least give you cause for concern or a cause to pause and think, hey, is this really true? Let me do my research and let me examine this claim, or let me examine this question. Now, when you read the Bible, you won't find ghosts anywhere, not in the stories, not in any of the Psalms, Proverbs, epistles. They're just nowhere to be found. And I believe, in my opinion, that's because ghosts don't exist. Now, I'm not saying that if you can't find something in the Bible, it doesn't exist. That's not my opinion. It's just that if ghosts were real and they were somehow wreaking havoc in our lives and able to affect us, you would think that at some point ghosts would show up in the Bible, because that should be a pretty important reality that we should be aware of. But I believe they're not in the Bible because they don't exist, and something else does exist that maybe often people misconstrue or they misunderstand as a ghost when it's in fact something else. Now, that something else that I'm talking about, maybe you can guess, is fallen angels or demons. And so there's a lot of different stories throughout the New Testament. There was a story of a man who had many demons inside of him, and Jesus cast out those demons, and they asked him specifically if they could be cast into a herd of pigs, and he allows them to do that, and then they essentially unalive themselves after that. Very interesting, weird, scary, creepy story, at least as far as Bible stories go. There's also a man who was demon possessed, and he was throwing himself into the fire and hurting himself, and he had been possessed for some time, and Jesus exorcised or cast out that demon. Personally, for me, ghosts, even if they were to exist, are nowhere near as serious as the reality of demons, because demons and their leader, the devil, their goal is to destroy you. As much as like whatever they can do to destroy you, that is their goal. It can be as subtle as them trying to just get your mind off of God and put distractions and temptations before you. It can even be that, they actually want you to die, right? What does the Bible say about demons and the devil? In John 10:10, it says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." That is the devil's and the demons' role in your life. They hate you. They hate God. And so they actually do whatever they can to destroy the people of God or destroy potential people of God, because they don't know. Demons and the devil, they're not all knowing. They have no idea who is going to become a Christian. I believe of course they would know when somebody does become a Christian, or someone is living as a true Christian, because they can watch your life. They can observe you at all times. But they don't know who's going to become a Christian. And so they're just wreaking havoc all over the place however they can, because their goal is, let's bring as many people down as possible. And certainly anyone who would become a Christian or is a Christian, like, we hate those people. We want to kill and destroy them. Let me share one more passage with you. This comes from 2 Corinthians. And it says in chapter 11, verses 14 through 15, "And no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it is no surprise if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. Their end will correspond to their deeds." And so, in short, Satan and his demons, they masquerade as angels of light at times. And so I actually even believe, like, if people have had stories of like, oh, I had this friendly ghost come visit me, and the ghost wanted me to, started out pretty innocent, and I was just, reconnecting with a loved one or something like that, or the ghost was helping me in my life somehow. But then little by little, it started to change, and it started to want me to do things that were harmful to myself or harmful to people. Honestly, I believe if this is a genuine thing and the person's not lying about it, that's probably a demon or a fallen angel at that point, right? Because again, that's their whole MO, that's their whole objective. It is to destroy the people of God, potential people of God. And it's not as though that they love non-Christians, like the ones that are, let's say, Satan worshipers. They don't love them either. They'll just use them for their own means and ends. But this is how demons and Satan operate. So while demons, the devil, they have this objective to destroy you, to kill you even, it's important for you to know who's really in control. Overall, we need to know who's in control. That's the main thing here. Do you know who's in control? And if you can trust that reality, then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day that these demons and Satan are doing this. We should be aware of it, but we shouldn't be frightened by it. And so in Matthew 28, this is the Great Commission. It says, "And Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age." And so 2 things right there. First, Jesus says that he has all authority in heaven and in earth. He is the one that's in control. He's been given all authority over all things, including your life. And really, including Satan and his demons, he has authority over them as well. Now, he's not the one dictating what they should do, but he is the one controlling how much they can do and where they can do it. The second part to this is that Jesus promises his people that I will be with you to the very end of the age. And so when you are living as a Christian, just here on this earth, going about our life, spreading the gospel, Jesus is going to be with you to the very end of this age. And of course, he'll be with us in the next age as well, because that's eternity. And so that should give you supreme confidence. I don't need to be afraid of ghosts because, well, they don't exist. I don't need to be afraid of demons because they do exist, but they don't have authority over me. They can try to do what they want to do in my life, but so long as I'm looking to Christ and holding on to him and his authority and living by his word, they honestly can't touch me. And so I hope this has been helpful. If it was, leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you. Love you. Peace.